Everyone, Mr. Gates here with amatrol. I'm going to explain how to do your hands-on skills for Module 1. First one is Skill 1, Basic Measurement. What I'm going to need you to do is go to your Gmail account for Southern. I recently sent all you guys an email that has amatrol Course 1 Skill PDF. And I need you to click on the attachment there. It says Course 1 Skill 1. And then you'll read down through this PDF clear until you get to number 3 here. It wants you to measure shaft number 1 using a 1 millimeter scale metric rule. Now, how we're going to do that, since we can't come into school, we're actually going to switch over here to this computer. We'll get on Course 1 on amatrol. And you'll scroll down here to number 16, basic measurement or dimensional measurements. You'll click launch. Once this screen loads, you're going to scroll down here to Skill 1. Use a metric rule to measure an outside length of a part. Click on it.
Use a metric rule to measure an outside length of a part.
Then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to the bottom right hand corner and click on your next arrow. And this page is going to come up.
You will use a metric machinist's rule to measure a variety of flat and round parts. This will help you develop your skill in reading.
Once this page comes up, you're going to click right here on the simulator. The simulator pops up. What I like to do is I'll put my cursor here, make my simulator a little bit bigger. Okay, the first thing we need to do on the simulator is go up here to add instruments. Click on it. You're going to come down to the second one. It says machinist rule metric. Click on it. I'm going to put it about right here. If you click on your mouse, it will leave it there. Then we need to measure shaft 1. So we're going to click on Add Objects. Click on shaft 1. We'll put shaft 1 about right here. Click the mouse, we'll leave it. Come down here to Orient Items, and then come back up here, click on the shaft. We're going to rotate this shaft 90 degrees. Click the X, go back down, click Orient Items again. It takes that circle off your finger. Then we'll drag your shaft up to here. We'll line this guy up. Another thing you can do, come down here and you can zoom in to make this bigger so you guys can see it. Then you gotta scroll back up here so you can see everything. You want this edge of the shaft to be lined up perfectly with this ruler. Then you're going to come over here. We're going to see what this measures. It measures 91 millimeters. So that's going to be your answer to your first one over here on the skill PDF. Scroll down here to 3E. And here's your chart, your answer chart. It says shaft 1 through 10. That's how you guys are going to do this. Then you'll scroll down to B, I believe it is. Yeah, 5B. It wants you to use the other side of the metric rule in 1/2 millimeter measurements. See, the bottom side here is 1 millimeter. Your top side is 1/2 millimeter. And then what we're going to do, come back over here to your skill PDF. This is your chart for your 1/2 millimeter measurement answers. Then we're going to scroll down till we get to number 7 on the PDF. It wants you to measure the length of the sides of plates 12, 13, 14. So if you come back over here to your simulator, you're gonna come up here to File, remove all components, add instruments. Second one down, machinist rule metric. We'll leave this guy right there. Then we need our plates, so we add objects. We need plate number 12. We'll line it up so it's perfectly aligned with the very end of the ruler. Then you'll come over here, and that measures 142 millimeters. So now what you need to do is you need to come down to orient items. That's side A that we just measured at 142 millimeters. So now we're going to orient this, rotate 90 degrees to the right. X out of that, click back to orient. Okay, we're going to line this guy back up here with the edge of the rule. And then we'll come over here. It measures 142 and a half roughly. So that's side D. And you're going to keep on doing this for every side. So you're going to have a measurement for A, B, C, and D. Then once you get that one done, you'll scroll down here to number 8. It wants you to measure the diameter of the 3 discs to the nearest millimeter. So that's disc number 5, 6, and 7. You'll go back to your simulator and you can remove your plate and add your object, so disc number 5, and get your diameter of it. And after you finish that one, you'll scroll clear down to where it says skill 2A. Now to do skill 2, you'll go back to the simulator. You'll actually X out of it. You'll come over here, drop down this. You want to go down here to skill 2. You'll click on skill 2. Then go down to the bottom right hand corner. Click your next button till you get to this page. Click on your simulator. We'll drag this guy over, make your simulator bigger. Skill 2 wants you to locate the decimal inch machinist rule. So we'll add instruments. Get a little bit closer here so you guys can see. Click on your very first one. It says machinist rule decimal inch. We're going to come over here, we'll drop that guy right there. First out object is shaft 1. Grab your shaft 1, put it there. Come down here to orient items. We need to rotate this guy 90 degrees. Come back down, get rid of your circle around your finger. Now we're going to line this shaft up with this rule. And we're probably going to have to come down here and zoom in a little bit so we can make it bigger. And go up here, scroll up so we can find our rule. Okay. Now, like I said, we need to have this shaft perfectly aligned with the end of this rule so we can get an accurate measurement. And we're going to come over here. We see this. That's your 3 inches. That'd be 3.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 3.6. So your answer to shaft number 1 is going to be 3.60. That's going to be your measurement. Then you'll go ahead and do the rest of these shafts for there. Then you scroll down to number 3. It wants you to measure the length of the sides of plates 12, 13, 14, and make sure you measure each side, A, B, C, and D. And then you'll go down to number 4 and measure the outside diameter of the 3 discs, 5, 6, and 7. Now this one here, it wants you to use the 30 seconds scale. So you'd go back over to your simulator and clear all your components, which is up here at File. Remove all components, add instruments, and you're going to come down to